Okay. Where's my lighter at? All right. Let's light some incense without burning my fingers off. What's today? Today is October 3rd, 2016. Oh, hold on. Like that. I'm trying to light up an incense that was already burned out. My name is Jovan. This is my podcast. What crazy people think. What did I say? It's October 3rd, 2016. How you guys doing? Huh? I hope you're doing okay. All right? I hope you're doing fine. I'm doing okay. Let's talk.
Whole squad on some real shit. Percocet, I've been on some poppin' pill shit. Over nothing, you get killed quick. She wanna fuck me cause she heard I got a deal, bitch. Middle of the summer, bagging all crack. Lower imperfections, make it all back. Navy blue and white, Yankee for the ball cap. These niggas dead broke, what you call that? They killed my cousin Freaky for a couple dollars. Used to twerk the graveyard for a couple hours. Block on fire, make you take a couple showers. Conversating with the smoker, says she love the powder. I'm looking for his killer with a 40 Glock. Knock off his mother and get a shorty rock.
I just been moving, man. Been moving and grooving. Let me adjust the mic. Get it out of my face. That song was 0 to 100 freestyle by my boy Dave East. Straight out of Harlem is the mixtape. He just dropped an album. It's on iTunes. I was listening to it today. It's pretty good. It's pretty solid. I'm really happy for him. Because I heard of him when Black Rose came out. I was just on Hot New Hip Hop, just looking at mixtapes, seeing what was out there, and I stumbled upon his mixtape, Black Rose, listened to it. I was like, yo, this shit is fire. Boom. Came through with another mixtape. Straight out of Harlem. That was fire. So I was like, yeah, I really hope somebody picks him up. The next thing you know, he gets signed by Nas, and I'm like, this is amazing. This is perfect. So now he's doing his thing, and I'm happy for him. Because I like people that can rap, you know. Nothing's wrong with that new shit that's out, I guess. Like Lil Yachty and Lil Uzi Vert and fucking Designer. And guys like that, like, it's cool. You know what I mean? It's for maybe a younger crowd. You know, I can hate all I want, but at the same time, I got what I listen to. And I like rappers that rap. So he was on the XXL freshman cover this year. And I was like, okay, he made it. So hopefully he keeps bringing that noise, that New York sound. You know what I'm saying? From the block, you know, the Timberlands and the Chuckers. You know, I don't know, bomber jackets, whatever. What am I talking about today? I don't know. Just want to conversate with you guys. It's been a minute. Told you I was gonna take a week off. Took a week off. Now I'm back. Did you miss me? Probably not. That's okay. It's not a big deal. It doesn't matter to me. A lot of you guys I don't know. A lot of you guys I do know. I don't know. It's October. I said it's October 3rd. It is the beginning of Oktoberfests in the areas everywhere. Shout out Germany. Deutschland. Shout out German towns. Whatever. You know. Oktoberfest. Speaking of Oktoberfest, me and my squad will be there. Not in Germany, but there's a every year, last few years actually, there's been an Oktoberfest at the Puyallup Fairgrounds, and it's pretty fun. Me and my friends try and go every year, and we have like the last 3 years, and it's a good time. The first year I bought a mug, and then I brought it with me the next year, because I was going to buy a new mug, because they offer two sizes. They have like a regular 16 ounce, and they have this big 25 ounce or 32 ounce, whatever it is. It's hella big. And I was going to buy it last year, but they were sold out. So I was like, all right, let me figure this out. So this year I got a new mug, my own mug, got it from Amazon. It's fire. I can't wait to use it. I'm not going to use it until Oktoberfest. It's a mug, glass mug 25 ounces. And if you've seen the movie Pulp Fiction, on the mug it says, sorry, Dad, but on the mug it says bad motherfucker, right? Now, I said, find me the wallet that says bad motherfucker, right? What movie is that from? Fucking Pulp Fiction. Who said that? Samuel L. Jackson. And it has the same logo as or the same design as the wallet, but it's on this freaking mug I got. And I'm so excited that I have it. So, it's only $20. Shout out Amazon. Shout out Amazon Prime. Got it in 2 days. It was phenomenal. So, I'm excited to use that mug. We've been going to the Puyallup Fairgrounds Oktoberfest like the last, I think this is like year number 3. This is our 3rd year going. They do it like the whole first weekend of October. So Friday through Sunday. We're going to go Friday. I think my mom's going that weekend too. I don't think she's going Friday though. I hope she's not going Friday, because she's going to see me all jacked up, because you know how I like my beer. Yeah, so we're going to go. We're going to have a good time. They have good food there, like catering. What else? They have lots of beer. They have like a specific brand, but they have like 5 different kinds. So they have the light stuff and they have the really dark stuff. I love really dark beer, like porters, stouts. Nitros are cool, but they're a little too thick for me. It's like drinking milk, like chocolate milk. Don't taste like chocolate milk, but that's what it's like. Really thick. But I mess with stouts and porters. Not too thick, but a good amount. Really black coffee. Looks like motor oil. People always ask me, how do you drink that? It looks like oil. I drink it for the taste. Tastes like coffee beans, cocoa beans, whatever beans that are chocolatey. It's my thing. I almost went to the Fremont Oktoberfest, but then I did some research on it, and I was like, so the Oktoberfest I'm going to this weekend in Puyallup, tickets are only like $10 at the most per person. But on Groupon, they have buy 2 for the price of 1. So I got 2 tickets for like $10. So I don't know, whoever's rolling with me, I got a ticket for them. And then yeah. So basically my ticket was like $7. I ain't tripping. And then, and then the Fremont one in Seattle, which is nothing against Seattle. I love Seattle. I love the Fremont area a lot. It's a good place. Cool little area to be at sometimes. But their Oktoberfest, it was like $30 for a ticket, right? And then, or a ticket to get in. And then drink tickets were like, I don't know, they weren't that bad. I think they're like almost like, maybe like $5 per. Like you can get them with your ticket. So like $50, you get 10 drink tickets and then admission to get inside. But the thing I didn't like about it was that the beer was in 6-ounce cups. Like they give you this little fake like little mug that was 6 ounces. Now me personally, like okay, $50 for 10 tickets for the 6-ounce beer. That's 60 ounces of beer. It's a lot of beer, but at the same time, it's in a 60-ounce cup. That's silly. You know what I mean? I can knock that out 2 drinks, And it's not my thing. Like, when I go to Oktoberfest, I want my mug full. I want at least 16 ounces. A full-ass mug, right? And then just chilling with it. Drink it, sipping, hang out, talk, boom, But with 6 ounces, you're in a conversation, boom, 2 sips, it's empty, And it's just not my thing. I didn't feel like I'd get my bang for my buck. I'm trying to live a more frugal life these days. Because I'm 26 now. I'm trying to develop better spending habits. Rather than just going balls to the wall all the time. Because I'm thinking about the future now. Even though if Donald Trump becomes president. Or Hillary Clinton. The world's going to end. But whatever. For now, I just have the mindset. Hey, maybe I should spend a little better. Save more money. Let's start talking about retirement. Let's talking about that. So, I've been mainly focused on that. Not trying to do dumb shit anymore. I'm not a child anymore. I'm trying to be a little more mature with the things that I'm doing in life. So I was like, 6 ounces. 10 tickets, 6-ounce beers, 60 ounces of beer. That's cool, But it just doesn't feel right. So boom, I'd rather go to the Puyallup one my tickets under $10. I think tickets are like $6. I get 2 tickets, $12. That's filling up my 25-ounce mug. Boom. Spend $20 on like 5 tickets. I got 50 ounces of beer that I like. Don't have to keep going back and forth to fill my shit up. It's gonna be full the whole time. And then boom, I'll come out of there, bang for my buck. That's what you're talking about these days. You gotta bang your buck, So that's why I didn't go to Fremont Oktoberfest. I heard good things about it. I heard it was fun though. Maybe I'll go eventually, but it just didn't feel right going this year. So I was just like, I'm gonna stick to what I've always been doing, which is going to Puyallups Oktoberfest and having a good time. Eat some fucking sausages and pierogi, call it a day. I'm supposed to go hiking the next day too, so I don't know if I'm gonna knock out that much beer, because I don't want to be hurting the next day as I'm traveling in the mountains, walking around, looking at things and taking pictures. Because the worst feeling is to go hiking when you're hungover. Like, it's cool, but then you're just way more fatigued towards the end of the day. And I don't want to take a 6-hour nap. You know what I'm saying? I like to use my Saturdays. I like to be effective and productive. So yeah. But anyways, but there's another Oktoberfest that's in Washington State, which is in Leavenworth, and that's the one that everybody knows about. But the thing about that one, man, I've been wanting to go, but what sucks is that you have to like book a hotel room literally a year in advance, and it's like we miss the window. Like, we'll talk about it, but we don't actually go after it. And on top of that, I don't really even know when or how to even book a hotel that early in advance. Because I feel like a lot of places, it's like 6 months is the max. Like, anything outside of that, they're like, nah, we're not booking you that far out, fool. And then it's just whatever. So, but yeah, so I heard the Leavenworth one. Leavenworth is a small German town out in, I guess in like the center of Washington, because you go through the Snoqualmie Pass and then like you go into the mountains and then it's just chilling up there. And then so like what it was prior to that was just like a little bullshit town. They're trying to figure out, what can we do to bring people here. Boom, let's make this into a little German town. Let's do Oktoberfest every year, and then that's it. And so now it's like a tourist destination for Washingtonians, because I don't think that many people outside of Washington know too much about Leavenworth. But everyone else that's from here, they know about Leavenworth. And that's a spot you can go year round. You can kick it, drink beer and stuff like that. So that's a goal of ours, is to go to the Leavenworth Oktoberfest and just drink beer and sleep in a hotel, because Leavenworth is like an hour and a half away from Tacoma and Seattle. So it's like, if you're gonna go out there, there's no reason to do a day trip. You need to just kick it, kick it out there, for the weekend, maybe for a day or two. Not a big deal. Spend the night and come back tomorrow, go to work. I don't know. But and another goal of mine, not even a goal, I don't like to say the word goal, but I mean, eventually, before I get too old, I want to go to Germany and go to their Oktoberfest. Because I Googled their pictures in Munich, and I'm like, dude, that looks intense. Like, it's like bigger than our Oktoberfests in Washington combined. Like, it takes over the whole city, and that's a big city. And it's like, I want to go there. I know there's not going to be too much room. I've heard that it takes a long time for you to get beers, which is, I'm totally fine with that. Like, I'm not going to smack a 30-ounce beer in 10 minutes, you know what I mean? Unless I'm really dedicated, but it's not going to happen. So it's like, just to go for the experience and being with your people or whatever, as a tourist, as an American in a different, country, that'd be fucking awesome. And I've heard like cool stuff about it, but that's an expensive trip, and it takes planning, and that's what I plan on doing eventually. Hopefully before I'm 40. I don't know. Favorite beers? I think, now you guys can agree with me or not. I don't care. But like, let's talk about beer by region, right? The best beers to me by region, or we could say continents. Europe. I've tried a lot of beers too, but I haven't tried enough to really have an opinion. But I'm gonna share it anyways because I don't care. Because I've tried beer from South Africa, Japan to obviously North America, Australia, shit like that. Because like any other town, they have those beer halls that sell beer from around the world, and you give a chance to try their stuff. But in all honesty, I think I won't know what the beer actually tastes like unless I actually went there. Because for some reason, I just feel like the beer that they may be selling over here from other countries is probably like their like bullshit beer. You know what I mean? It's like going to Mexico and getting a Budweiser, or like how Corona is up here and like Modelo's and stuff. And like I've talked to my Mexican friends and they're like, Corona and like Modelo and shit, that's not even our best beer. And I was like, really? And they're like, yeah, man, that shit is like Budweiser over here. It's like Budweiser to you guys in Mexico. And I'm like, it makes sense. And then obviously I try the shit, I drink it, and then I drank our beer, like our good stuff, and I'm like, makes sense. So I don't think it's a good way to test out who has better beer. But overall, all right, I've been to German restaurants where they import like the real German beer, and it's not like the bullshit stuff. And then I remember I went to a Greek restaurant out in Seattle. I forgot the name of the place, but I had a beer there, and it was a black lager. Lager. And that shit was good too. And I just feel like Europeans just know what they're doing when they're talking beer. I think didn't they like invent it? I think they invented beer over there, and then obviously other places they did their own thing. Like in Japan, their beer they have really good lagers. Lagers? Is it lager or lager? I don't know, but they have really good those beers. I think they're like brewed from rice and a bunch of other shit, and it's like really crispy. And I think it tastes much better than like how we use hops. And it's like you get a Sapporo, right? A Sapporo beer. That's the Japanese beer, or Kirchin. I don't know, but Sapporo and Kirchin, they're lagers, and I've seen them in like silver bottles or like regular glass bottles with either black or silver labeling. And in comparison to like Budweiser and like Coors and shit like that, it's way better than that stuff. You get a buzz really fast too. It's kind of crazy. And then so I think they have like the best lagers. And then if you go, when we're talking about Germany, their porters to me, their dark beer is fucking phenomenal. This is good. In comparison to our stuff. But like we have good porters too, but it's only in the Northwest, to be honest with you. Like I don't care about beer anywhere else that's brewed in like some town in fucking Pennsylvania or whatever. Like you come to the Northwest, bro, like we have the best micro brews, micro. Like we have Mac and Jacks. Mac and Jacks is probably the best bar beer that we have up here, right? Like the African Amber, the Black Cat Porter. There's another one with the fucking elephant on it. That shit's bomb. Elysian is up here. You got the Elysian Men's Room. Stardust is fire. What else? They have a pumpkinchino that they do during this time, during the fall, during October mainly. And it tastes like a fucking pumpkin spice latte, but without the bullshit, Because it's easy to make a pumpkin spice latte beer, but like make it into cider form where it's giving you a stomach ache and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, but theirs is actually like, it's a beer, and it's phenomenal. What else? There's Ninkasi in Oregon. Ninkasi has this oatmeal stout, which is one of my favorites. Okay, it's one of my favorite stouts. And it's fucking phenomenal. The first time I had it, I was in Portland with one of my friends. Me and her, we went to this restaurant called Lardo. All right, so Lardo, I think there's 2 locations I've heard. But the one we went to was like on the outskirts of downtown Portland. I can't talk. PDX, Portland. And like their burgers are so damn greasy and good. Like I had a cheeseburger, right, with, you know, lettuce and shit and cheese, and then like ham and bacon on top of that. And it was like I ate it, and then I didn't want to go out that night. And we were supposed to go out that night, but we just couldn't do it because it was just so much, so heavy on your soul, and it was phenomenal. Like the grease, like people talk about grease like it's bad. Like, nah, man, if you got a greasy burger, but it's like flavorful, you know, it's not like they've used too much oil, you know what I mean? It's like this is natural grease from all these elements of ham, bacon, and burger put together on this fucking bread with some cheese and a little bit of sauce and some onions on it. Is great. So think of it like you're eating something your grandma made, because anything your grandma makes is gonna be good unless your grandma is a shitty cooker, chef, something. And you know, but it's rare to have a grandmother that's bad at cooking. I've seen it. I'm not gonna say it doesn't exist, but I'm just saying it's a rare thing. So think of your favorite food, but in this burger, and it tastes like burger. If that makes sense to you. I don't think it does, but I don't care. Makes sense to me. So anyways, we went to Lardo, had this giant ass, greasy, good ass burger, and then I tried this oatmeal stout for the first time. Now, what caught my attention? Alcohol percentage. I like a beer with a decent amount of alcohol percentage. Why? I don't know. I just do. You know, I like to feel a little buzz. You know, I like to feel a little buzz with my beer. You know, because if I don't, I'm not drinking beer. I'm drinking piss water. You know what I mean? So anyways, I looked at the alcohol percentage and I was like, oatmeal? And I asked him a question. Because I was still a little freshy in the beer game. I was like, what is this oatmeal stout talking about, sir? And he told me, he's like, you know, Ninkasi, it's a local brew here in Portland. You know, it's they use oatmeal as, you know, obviously one of the flavorings, and they put it in a stout beer. And I'm like, what is a stout beer? And he's like, stout beers are the more darker beers. It's like porters, part of that family, really dark, really flavorful. You're not gonna taste fucking hops and shit. You're gonna taste like cocoa bean and shit like that. And then I was like, alright, that sounds fucking great. So yeah, I tried oatmeal stout by Ninkasi for the first time, and I was hooked. They also have Total Domination, which is their front runner beer, I think. Really, I think it's probably their most popular beer is Total Domination, which is really good. It's an IPA though. I don't really like IPAs too much. I like IPAs if I'm like trying to get hammered really fast, but not drink hard alcohol. If you know what I'm saying. Like IPAs, some things will smack you real good in the face. But like it's a slow process versus, oh, I'm gonna drink shots of whiskey or have this whiskey in ice and just drink 2 cups and now I'm blacked out. Like I don't want to do that, you know? I want it to be slow, subtle, still controlled, still have some taste. Yeah, something that I can bear and I like, you know? Yeah, so I don't really like I don't like IPAs too much though, because the taste of them is way too powerful for me. Now for like a beer drinker that really I take that back. Beer is different to anyone. Like my mom's boyfriend, he loves IPAs, loves them. Me, I'm like, I like porters. I like chocolate. I like the darkness of the beer. I like tasting the beer without, you know, being overpowered by flavor. You know what I mean? I'm just not in too much of it. Yeah, and I mean, then there's like the Hefeweizens, like the blondes, like lagers and stuff. Those are cool, but it's just too light for me. And like, I think blondes are good beers if you're fresh in the game, right? If you don't know, if you mainly if I'm with a chick, right, and she's like, oh, I hate beer, And I'm like, why do you hate beer? She's like, shit's gross. And I'm like, what have you tried? You know, fucking Coors Light. And like, they name off all this bullshit beer. And I'm like, yeah, you don't like that shit because it tastes like trash. You know what I mean? You're drinking water with a little hint of lime in it. Oh, yeah, Bud Light Lime. I like Bud Light Lime. Yeah, you would like Bud Light Lime because it's bullshit, you know? So, I always put people on, I try to put them on blondes, Hefeweizens, shit like that because, like, the taste is really subtle. You know, it'll taste more like you're drinking a soda versus a beer. Now, you're gonna taste beer for sure, but it's just not a strong taste like IPAs or like porters. And porters are just intimidating looking, I think. They just look intimidating because how black they are. And you're like, what the fuck am I drinking? You know, if you're new to the game. But, you know, a beginner beer is definitely a blonde for sure. What else, man? What else am I talking about? So, yeah, my favorite beers, stouts, porters. Least favorite, IPAs, but I can drink an IPA. I'm at the point in my life where I could drink a beer, call it a day, you know? I don't know. My mind stopped working. I'm talking to you guys for 30 minutes already. But, I mean, I obviously got to give you some more time. You feel me? What else, man? Oktoberfest, doing that. This and that. Then the third. I don't think I'm going to do this Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu thing anymore. You know? I wanted to. I still want to. It's still something I'd like to do. But, like, I've been shopping around and looking at schools and, like, for the shit that I want to do, on top of that shit is expensive, bro. Like, for membership, you're dropping, like, $120 a month. Like, there's not a lot of places that do drop-in. And then, like, if you're doing a drop-in for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it doesn't, I feel like it's not worth it. Because I've done the classes, and it's like, all right, if this is something you got to do this shit twice a week, you know. And, there's other things I still like to do. Like, I still like to lift the weights. I still like to do cardio and shit, you know. That's the main thing I like doing is lifting weights. But, like, I don't want to, you know, just stick to that. I want to add other things. But I think I'm looking for something that I don't have to do all the time. You know what I'm saying? I want something I can mix in with lifting weights. You know, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu could be that. But for the prices that you're paying for it, you have to actually want to probably take that shit full time. And then it's just going to be hard to do other things that you want to do in regards to physical activity. So, I don't know. I'm looking into other routes. I'm still going to stick to yoga. I have to stick to yoga because stretching is fundamental. I don't know how it's fundamental, but it's good for you. Really good for you. But I don't know. Maybe I might look into like boxing or something because there's a lot of boxing schools or academies or whatever that have drop-ins. And that's what I'd probably do. I just do boxing like once a week, you know, knock it out, or once every 2 weeks, something like that. Like alter it with yoga, just so you know, just have something let out some extra aggression, or just keep your hands loose and just, you know, feel good about if you're in weird situations. You know what I mean? Because I think that's another one thing that, you know, when people find themselves in weird situations because, you know, they don't know if they're gonna really be able to protect themselves in this crazy ass fucking world. So it's like this fight or flight, but like I've been in situations where fight or flight is a thing, but it's like I end up staying there, not really fighting, but not really flying either. And it's like I need to be, you know, ready just in case somebody tries to sucker punch me. Because I've been in situations where, you know, you have to protect yourself, and it's like, okay, I did it, but like you just never know with anybody. You know what I'm saying? I think I just gotta get more comfortable, or just do something, you know, more physical activity that gets your body moving and your heart rate going. Because lifting weights can only do so much, you know. But I don't know. That's the thing, and it's like protecting yourselves because out here in Washington, and I heard in South Carolina too, like they got these fucking clowns out here. I guess is what I've been hearing. They got clowns like kicking it and like being super sketchy, dressed up, makeup, whatever, wearing a mask and an outfit, scaring the shit out of people. And I'm like, dog, there's a motherfucking clown by me and he's doing some sketchy shit and he approaches me, I'm gonna have to whoop his ass, no doubt. And I want to be sure that I'm gonna beat his ass and get away safely. I'm punching him, a couple times, I'm getting the fuck out of there. Gone. So, I don't know. Just people gotta protect themselves these days. There's a lot of fucking weirdos and creeps out here in these streets. And I don't want no parts of it. Neither do my friends. We've already discussed it because, you know, we go out together and stuff like that. And we see somebody in a fucking clown suit. We're jumping his ass. And we're going to call it a day. And we're getting the fuck out of there. Because ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that. What else, man? But yeah. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The shit's expensive. I got things I'm trying to do on top of that, you know. Trying to live a more frugal life. I can't feel right with myself blowing fucking like $120 on a class I'm only going to once or twice a week. You know what I mean? Maybe further down the line when I get a little older, I'm not really into lifting weights anymore. But I really like lifting weights. It's like a thing I like to do. You know, it's like a foundation because that's what I started out doing. You know, I'm not saying I'm like a fucking bodybuilder, but it doesn't not make sense for me to have fucking weights in my hand as a workout. I don't know. I think it's because of my dad, though. Because that's like the first workout we've done together was going to the gym and lifting weights. And then it just stuck after that. So, yeah, man. So, I don't know. And then plus, I got to focus on other things. Like, I have my clothing brand, which I'm still developing. Like, it's out there. The website is out there. But, like, I need to put focus back into that versus trying to do all this other shit. So I think the main plan is just, you know, focus on the clothing brand. I want to get into creative writing. And then do what I'm doing now, working full time and just living my life, you know. Yeah, because, I mean, sometimes people just want too much. And I found myself wanting too much. Like, I bought that fucking truck, right? I bought that truck, or SUV, quote unquote. I had an argument with a friend while I was hiking. Like, me and her, we argued for like 30 minutes on if my car was a fucking SUV or a truck. I say it's a fucking truck, but whatever. It's an SUV. Whatever. Who cares? But anyways, yeah, I bought that truck because I was like, you know, I want something to keep me busy. But I'm like, I already have other shit I can do to keep me busy. But it's like, you just want more stuff to keep you busy. I did the podcast because I was like, I want something to keep me busy. And then so you just find yourself in a situation where it's like, okay, do I want too much right now? Maybe I should chill out. Maybe I should just focus on some things and actually bring it back and figure out what it is I really want to do. Because me personally, I'm not the type of person that's going to just go to work, go home, that's it. Fuck that. All right? I don't know how people do that. If you do that, whatever, that's your life. I'm not tripping about it. Yeah, if you have kids, we're not going to talk about that. You know, if you have kids, you got to raise them. We're not talking about those people that have to go home and, you know, raise their kids and shit after work and stuff like that. No, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about regular motherfuckers. Not regular motherfuckers, because people with kids are regular people. But I'm talking about, you know, single people or people in relationships or whatever, but they don't have no major responsibilities except paying their bills and getting to work on time. And, like, my thing is, it's like, you have 24 hours in a day, right? You sleep for maybe 7 or 8 hours, right? Okay. You go to work. We'll say 2 hours total, there and back, your commute to work. It takes me an hour to get to work. All right? Work for 8 hours. Okay? So what do you got? You know, you sleep 8 hours, work 8 hours. That's 16 plus the 2 for driving. That's 18. All right. What are you doing? Excuse me. What are you doing for 6 hours? 6 hours a day. What are you doing? That's a lot of fucking time. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can be like, oh, I'm cooking, I'm eating. No. Yeah, you can be, but I mean, that's not going to... Cooking and eating, we'll say that takes 2 hours. You still have 4 hours. What are you doing with that 4 hours? There's a lot you can do in 4 hours. You can do a physical activity. You can go to a fucking gymnastics class for 1 hour. And then, you know what I mean? So it's like stuff like that where it's like when people just go home or they go to work and then they just do bullshit after work and then that's it. I can't do that, man. I gotta, you know, stay busy. I gotta have shit to do. I don't know why. It's just weird. Like when I'm on vacation, I feel fucking crazy. Like it's cool, it's fun. Like when I went to Hawaii was fucking great. Like, got to visit my friends, had a good time, but it's like I didn't have enough to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like I didn't have to be anywhere. You know, like we went hiking and stuff like that. We had things to do, but the fact that I didn't have to do that shit, I didn't have to do anything. I could have just fucking sat on this hot ass couch all day playing Xbox. I could have easily, or sat in a hammock and looked at the sky all fucking day. Could have did that easy. They would have been with it, you know. But just knowing I didn't have to do anything, like I was just there hanging out, didn't have to go to work. Obviously, I'm not going to the gym. I'm on vacation, shit like that. It's like, what the fuck? What am I doing? What do I do? So, yeah, man, I just like to be busy or doing things. So, I'm supposed to go to my dad's, visit my fam, I think around Christmas time or so, and I'm gonna be there for a little bit. So I want to be able to plan out this vacation this time, because the last few years I've visited, and I just do regular shit like I live there. So I'll just like kick it in the house and go to the mall or whatever, go to my sister's basketball practices, go to fucking downtown Louisville and kick it, whatever. But I think this year I actually want to do more things. Like last year I had a taste of it. Like I went to Louisville and just kicked it. Like for a whole day. I went to the Muhammad Ali Museum, kicked it. I freaking had lunch by myself. That was great though. Kicked it, did pictures, went by the water. I think it was like on like a weekday too, so nobody was out doing anything. So I did that, and then just hung out. But I think this year, when I go out there, I'm gonna be out there for a little bit. I want to try and catch like a Wildcats basketball game at the UK in Lexington. I got a friend that lives in Indiana. I'm trying to go out there and visit him and be like, yo, what's good, man? Cause it's a few hours, it's nothing. I could drive out there for 2 days. I want to do that. I want to go back to, downtown Louisville and, do some shit like in the nightlife. Not like hood shit. Maybe go to a jazz club and kick it with some cougars, But that's about it. Nothing too crazy, cause it's dangerous out there in the streets, I've heard. Yeah, man. So I don't know. I think people should want to have things to do or do things all the time. They don't want to just, I don't know. Like my thing, I go to work, get off of work, go to the gym. That's a routine, right? But it's like two birds with one stone. Like I'm doing something that I like doing, which is working out, and I'm also, getting my health in order, because health to me is really important. I don't like, waking up feeling like shit. I don't like feeling weird. Like I like to feel good, feel great all the time. So like working out and stuff like that, like people think working out is like just for looks. Oh, you just going to the gym so you can build muscles for girls. Like, no, it's not. That is not the case. Like it may be the case when you first get in the gym, but then you realize, you put on some muscles and shit, and some girls are like, oh, he's handsome, but then then you just realize, like, that shit don't matter, man. That shit don't matter at all. Like, now you got to get to a point where either you're going to stop going to the gym because, the traction that you thought you were going to get wasn't up to par, or whatever. People do that shit. Or you stick to the gym because you realize how you feel afterwards. Or not even the gym, just doing a physical activity at least an hour a day. And you start to realize how good you feel, you know what I mean, without fucking yourself up. Because like there's some people that may, I'm gonna go to a happy hour after work and get fucked up or drink, all these beers. But then like stuff like that, it adds up, Like I used to do that stuff. I used to drink beer a lot, way more than I do now, right? And I was like developing this beer gut, and it was crazy. But then I stopped, I did it all in moderation. I still drink my beer, but I don't drink them every day. I drink them, maybe once a week. I get some beers, drink them. And, I just feel better. I wake up feeling better. I don't feel groggy ever. And it's like, it's kind of those things that you notice, just how you feel. That's really all it is, how you fucking feel. I feel like this is like an infomercial on losing weight. But I'm not even talking about losing weight. I'm just talking about just being physical, getting your heart rate going. It feels great. There's people that are going to be on the couch like, fuck that. I don't like working out. Okay. People like me don't give a fuck about what you do. Alright? I'm just saying. it's a good idea to do something physical. Hiking, something, you know? Like, I like to go hiking. I remember I was like 230 going hiking, right? I was like, dog, I'm too heavy for this shit. So it's like, I like to be outside and I like to be able to like move and hike a bit. And then, so I just, just started taking shit serious and getting my fitness in order, you know? And then plus, being in shape doesn't mean you have to have a six-pack on top of that. So anybody in your ear talking about, oh, you ain't got a six-pack, dog, you're fat. Fuck that person, all right? Majority of the people that got these six-packs and shit, talking shit to you, they're just skinny motherfuckers that can't even do pull-ups or push-ups. Like, but if you get to a point where you're big as fuck, not big as fuck, but bigger than them, right? They can't talk, they can't say anything to you about abs. Nobody says shit to me about abs. If they do, they're not saying it to me, you know, because they understand. Like, alright, he ain't got no six-pack, but that motherfucker, he can lift a lot. Yeah, he's stronger than me in every other aspect in his workout except abs. And that's whatever. Like, find what you like, you know. Me personally, like, oh yeah, being slim with like a six-pack, that shit's cool. Like, it'd be cool to have that, but like, honestly, it's just not my thing. Like, I should, just try it out and see what happens with it, but I'm not that dedicated enough to just fuck up my whole diet and then just be that dedicated to get abs, because everybody's body is different, you know? Like, some people are just meant to be a little thicker. I'm meant to be super thicker, you know? I'm not meant to have these banging ass abs and shit like that. I mean, I can if I really tried and dedicated myself, but that's a lot of commitment. And I'm committed just enough to get by. You know what I mean? That's all you need. Just get a little, just a little bit. Just a little bit of commitment. Just a little bit of commitment to get by. That's all you need. So, fuck it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, man. Yeah, I'm trying to focus more on my clothing line and other shit. So it's like, doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu sounds great. I'd love to do it, but that shit's too expensive. I gotta do other things. I gotta develop the brand, and that shit takes more money than doing Jiu-Jitsu. And I gotta get back in line with that. So maybe one day I can be popping. So I can't focus on that if I'm trying to do all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? So, pick your battles. Don't try and bite off more than you can chew. And just refocus to what it is that you wanted to do in life. And that's, everybody has those moments where they want to do a lot. But then they realize, like, nah, maybe I shouldn't do this much because there's other shit I need to take care of first. Boom. Prioritizing. Fucking prioritizing. Yeah, and I was talking about doing creative writing. So lately I've been writing poems. Oh, Jovan, you're emotional. You're an emotional person. You're writing poems. You're such a vagina. Whatever. I write poems. I do poetry every now and then. I don't care. Cool. I show emotion through my writings. That's fine. People, or mainly males, that have shit to say about, you doing poetry or doing things that may cause you to use emotion. They're just afraid to show theirs. Maybe their grandfather beat them as a child. I don't know. And they're just, they're just so like, oh, it's not masculine. You shouldn't write poetry. It's not masculine. That's so sus. Quote unquote, that's gay for writing poetry. You're showing that's being a man and showing emotion. Oh, that's so stupid. Nah, fuck that. Do what you want. So yeah, I do poems, man. I took a poetry writing class when I was in college, and I liked it. And like, one of my goals were to perform it, and I performed some poems, and people liked my shit. So I was like, maybe I should try and, write some more shit and perform and see what happens. So I did, I don't know, I performed writings maybe less than 10 times, but more than 5. So around that area. And, I got cool responses from it, and it makes you feel pretty good when you're decent at it. So I got to get back into that, because I got to get more creative juices flowing before I feel like I'm too old to do that type of shit. Because, I mean, honestly, when people hit a certain age, they just settle for what it is that they're doing. And it's like, nah, I want to try some more shit first before I feel like it's cool to just chill and, you know, get old. But at the same time, I think even when I'm like 45, I want to try some shit, you know? Because, I mean, what's a life that's not worth, what is the saying? What's a life worth living? I don't know. But, yeah, so I've been working on writing some more. I'm going to try and see about like a creative writing master's program and see where that gets me, if I'm able to get in somewhere with it. And just go from there, man. Just, you know, stay busy and stay active, whatever, you know. And I like doing poetry or whatever, shit like that, because, I mean, if you could write on a deep perspective, that's cool. You should try it out. You can get a lot of thoughts out, because I think a lot. And, like, that's one of the things that you got to do when you think. You got to write when you think. Or you got to podcast your little butt cheeks off if you think a lot, you know? So, yeah, and then plus, you know, I don't know. Negativity. There's a lot of that. Like, I'm on Facebook, right? I'm only on it because of my family, you know. And I find myself, you know, scrolling too much. And I'm like, I shouldn't be scrolling this much on this social media account because I do not care. But it's just something just that's so intriguing about what other people are writing or their pictures that it just grabs your attention. So, I don't know. But, yeah, you know. Speaking of Facebook, I never understood pictures. Like, I remember I used to do this every now and then, like, you know, take shirtless pictures. Oh, yeah, I got muscles. I'm going to take a shirtless picture and show these girls my pectorals. And, I mean, that shit was cool when you're a kid. But then after that, you kind of grow up and you're like, all right, that shit's silly. I'm going to put my fucking clothes back on. And what always bothers me is, like, you know, I'm not going to say I don't like it. I'm not going to say I don't press like, you know. But it just always, it made me, you know, always wonder, like, what is the intentions behind that? Like, your profile picture is you with your titties out. Like, that's cool. I mean, if you're into that, I'm not going to be against it. But, like, why? Why are you doing that? Like, are you a stripper? If you're a stripper, that's cool. I know strippers. They're cool people. My dad's probably listening to this podcast like, yo, what the fuck? Jovan, you're hanging out with strippers? I'm not saying I hang out with them. I'm just saying I know some. You know, and they're good people. People are good people. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, how do you want to portray yourself? And like, just as an image. And it's like, you can be the type of person that's like, don't judge a book by its cover. But if you got your ass and tits out and your fucking dick print out, you know, what am I supposed to do? I'm going to think you're a wholesome person, you know? I'm supposed to think that you don't want a lot of attention. Like, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. Is those type of pictures. Like, all those really, like, low-key sensual, sexual pictures. You know what I mean? Or, like, them shirtless pictures the fucking dudes be doing, and they're not, like, into bodybuilding or anything. Or, like, those chicks that got their breast cleavage out all up in the fucking picture and shit. It's not like, oh, you're judging me. No, it just means to me you just like a lot of attention. Like, too much attention. You like the best part of attention, which is attention from, example, like either the opposite sex or the people, like the I can't even say opposite sex anymore because, you know, being gay is a thing, you know, and it's a respectable thing now. So you want to grab attention from the opposite sex or the same sex, depending on, you know, what you're into. And, yeah, and that's really all it is, just an attention. Hold on. Okay, my mic's been acting crazy. But anyways, it's like an attention-seeking thing. So it's like, do you want all this attention? And like, is this your way of doing it? Is by showing your skin? And to me, it's just like, it's fucking silly. If I feel like a person should gain people's attention by like doing things that they're good at, you know, talent, something, you know, like I have a friend, he's fucking phenomenal at writing. He's phenomenal at doing speeches and shit like that. And that's his thing. Like, you know, boom, social media, I'm going to show you guys what I like to do. I like to speak in front of crowds of people. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to showcase that on here. And I'm going to just talk about that and shit like that. You know what I mean? That's his thing. Or like, I got a friend, she owns a store. And that's what she talks about. She shares pictures of the modeling that's done for the clothes that's at her shop. Or I have another friend, she does hair. Like, that's what she'll post. That's what her main thing is about, is fucking doing hair, like how her day is doing. Shit like that. You know what I mean? But, like, if you got to just show your, titties and ass, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why? You want that much attention to where you're going that far versus just building it off based off of your hobbies and talents. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like a judging thing, like, oh, you're showing your titties and your butt because you ain't shit. No, it's not that. I'm not saying that at all. But it's like, why? It's just, you can say, don't judge me. That's easy. Anybody can say that. But, like, what do you want from this? Do you want all the attention, as much attention as you can possibly get, because you don't get it anywhere else? That's what it's screaming. And, I mean, if that's your type of thing, then go ahead and do that. I don't know how far you're going to get, but just go ahead and do what you do. I'm not here to judge. You know what I mean? There's people selling their butt cheeks on Instagram right now. And I don't know why, but they're just doing it. And I don't know. There's just better ways to gain someone's attention these days. Because you gain people's attention the wrong way, you find yourself with the wrong people. People that don't really care about you in some sense. Sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if you're a nice, genuine person and you're sharing off these things, sharing those things, the good things, not necessarily, sharing things that are nice and subtle, something that's positive, that's going to give positive feedback at times. The people that you may run into may, be more, their presence may be more better felt versus, all the other shit. Because I feel like you showing your titties and your, all that stuff, that just sounds like drama. I don't got time for drama. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the attention thing. I feel like the same people that are doing that are the same people that want to start some shit or got, all this gossip going on or, stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just rambling right now, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. All right? But, man, I gave y'all an hour, and it's like 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. And just on that note, thanks for listening to the podcast. Thanks for subscribing to the podcast. We're on iTunes. We're on Google Play. We're everywhere. Maybe. I don't know. I just upload my shit and just select where it goes, but I don't know if it actually goes there. But I know for sure we're on iTunes and Google Play. What else, man? Visit my website whenever you get the chance. I don't care. www.arcbianco.com. That's the clothing brand. I spell Arc Bianco ARCHBIANCO. archbianco.com. What else, man? So yeah, overall, Oktoberfest. Go to Oktoberfest events if you're into drinking beer and being social and being around people and having a good time. Don't matter where you go. I think every Oktoberfest event in the Pacific Northwest is a good time. I haven't been to any other Oktoberfests in the country yet, but I'm just saying up here, it's fucking fun. Good food, good people, good beer, great beer. What else? Beer is a thing. All beer is not the same. If you don't like one type, don't give up on the shit. Figure out which one you like. There's like different types, whatever. What else? Don't bite off more than you can chew. Okay? You have these goals, and it's okay to be like, all right, maybe I can't do that right now, but I'm going to come back to it in the future and focus on things that you originally were focusing on, because that shit's not over yet. And you can't be running around here all willy-nilly like you got shit under control and you're trying to start new shit and you're not even done with the old stuff that you started. You know what I'm saying? So stay focused, regain your focus, and do that. What else, man? Halloween's around the corner. Stay safe. I'm going to obviously podcast before then, so don't trip. I got y'all. I might have some night with friends too as well. depending on people's schedules, because everybody's Hollywood now. What else, man? Find something that you like doing. If you like to have creative juices flowing, if you're good at writing, write. If you like to draw, fucking draw your ass off. Don't let nobody tell you not to do anything. And actually, like, try and, put forth effort and just see what happens with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Facebook, social media, hey. If you want to be portrayed as somebody with your titties out or with your fucking six-pack out, meaning that you just want somebody's attention or love, do you, man. But not everybody's into that shit. I mean, it just screams insecurities, things like that. If you want to be portrayed in that fashion, do what you do, all right? I ain't here to judge you. I'm just saying, you're going to get the attention that you may want, but it's just not going to end well, all right? Remember that. Keep that in mind. Thanks for listening, though. Shout out to the squads. If you guys come to Puyallup, Oktoberfest on Friday, me and my friends are going to be there. It should be a good time. You feel me? So, you guys have a good night. Stay safe. Don't do no dumb shit. And get after your goals, man. See ya!
Whole squad on some real shit. Percocet, I've been on some poppin' pill shit. Over nothing, you get killed quick. She wanna fuck me cause she heard I got a deal, bitch.
Middle of the summer bagging all crack. Blow it imperfections, make it all back. Navy blue and white Yankee for the ball cap. These niggas dead broke, what you call that? They killed my cousin Freaky for a couple dollars. Used to twerk the graveyard for a couple hours. Block on fire, make you take a couple showers. Conversating with the smoker, says she love the powder. I'm looking for his killer with a 40 Glock. Knock off his mother and get a shorty rock. Ain't taking no pics, just give him 40 shots. I could give a fuck if I'm in front of 40 cops. Real shit, smoke a blunt and pop a pill quick. My Philly niggas ain't acting, I don't know Will Smith. Running all through Manhattan when niggas kill shit. My youngest think they from Chicago, how they drill shit. Feel this, was mad before, I know they still pissed. I don't respect your opinion if you don't feel kissed. Your bitch blew the whole family and you still kiss. Hood nigga staircase in the building, I still piss. Oh Lord, my nigga K went on a coke tour. Been down to dime, they indicted him back in 04. Kids that had me Aggie, we was so poor. But still your bitch wanna ride me, I tell her hold on. Coke head sniffing right in front of me. Thinking about them bitches that made fun of me. It's a million niggas like you, only one of me. Getting this money's in my jeans, not no dungaree. Comfortably in any hood with a blunt on me, nothing's free. But I guarantee you I'm sucker free, pumping deep. In the projects where niggas let it creep. Slip nigga like fish, nigga, they find you under seas. 0 to 100 with no hesitation. License been suspended, got no registration. We can't hold a conversation, you was ever hating. We don't know nobody name, so we checking faces. 11.99, that's my destination. Perk 10s back to back, full of medication. Come to New York, you gon' hit me on whichever station. DJ turn it up, let's kill him while the record playing. My man said them pounds cost him 34. After the tour, we can cop 30 more. You sick in a dirty crib with a dirty whore. AC broke, no cable, nigga, you 34. Pure white, Henny got your wife friendly. Yo, Gotti got me thinking about a white Bentley. Red bottom, clear bottoms on the white pennies. I know she about to come home, I wanted the right Remy. Martin watching Martin with a foreign model. About to call Earl, still ordering bottles. Get motivated, hearing Tyson speak a custom model. I see they bitter on Twitter, my nigga, fuck a follow.
Whole squad on that real shit. Percocet, I've been on that poppin' pill shit. Over nothing, you get killed quick. She wanna fuck me cause she heard I got a deal, bitch. Whole squad on that real shit. Whole squad on that real shit. Percocet, I've been on that poppin' pill shit. In my hood, over nothing, you get killed quick. She wanna fuck me cause she heard I got a deal, bitch. Whole squad on that real. Freaky. Rest in peace, my nigga. Free Bullet. Free Charlie. Holla.